Good morning, I'm Alex King.
And I'm Nathan Edwards. Here's 3 quick stories to get your day started. The fireworks may be over, but the celebrations aren't. Young's Jersey Dairy continuing their Family Value Week through Sunday. So you can get a wristband for $18 if you're an adult, $12 if you're younger than 11. You get to do all this fun stuff.
So fun.
Miniature golf, driving range, slide, all that good stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
sounds like a good time. And downtown Dayton preparing for First Friday. Independence Day takes on a new meaning as we support local independent businesses from 5 to 10.
Oh yeah, should be a good time, and hopefully it's not super hot.
Oh no, give me the heat.
Yeah, I know. You've been enjoying that. I'm good. Kings Island announcing the return of its Grand Carnivale. Is it Carnival? Carnival? I don't know. I know it's like, okay, anyway, the Carnival Spectacle of Color Parade. The fun begins July 22nd and runs every day through August 6th. Do I have to be able to pronounce it right to get in the gate?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I'm screwed.
Probably. All right, and you are taking a live look over Dayton, where right now police are working to find the person who fired a gun at a 4th of July celebration.
Now, it happened late last night here at the 1100 block of North Gettysburg Avenue at Hoover Avenue. Police say no injuries have been reported. Now, the department took to Twitter to warn people to stay away from the area. Meanwhile, they worked to disperse the large crowd already there. As of 2 a.m., police were still on the scene. Now, as soon as this develops, we will bring you updates both on air and online. To get push alerts sent directly to your phone, download the Dayton 24/7 Now app in Google Play and Apple App Stores.
Groups looking to get issues on the ballot have hours to turn in signatures. The petitions for the November election are due today.
Before you can vote on the future of marijuana and abortion, the clock is ticking to register to vote for the August special election. Melena Brown joins us live from Shiloh Baptist Church this morning.
Double-digit shootings in a single day. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A 15-year-old in Greene County is now dead after a car hit her. Ohio State Highway Patrol says a car struck Isla Powers while she was riding her bike in a crosswalk. It happened just after 5 last night here on Polecat Road. That's just north of Yellow Springs. Powers died at the scene. The driver of the car, 91-year-old Margie Baldwin, is hurt but is expected to be okay. The crash is still under investigation.
Roadways are becoming more dangerous for pedestrians. According to the governor's Highway Safety Association, they released a study showing American drivers killed at least 7,500 pedestrians last year. That's the most since 1981. It comes after decades of declining numbers. Experts blame the recent rise on faster driving speeds and lack of pedestrian-friendly infrastructure like sidewalks. They also blame heavy, high-riding trucks and SUVs.
Check out this incredible video out of Chester Township of police pulling a man from a burning vehicle. This after he crashed into a utility pole and went unconscious. It happened last week, and officers saw the driver weaving in and out of traffic while speeding. You can see body camera footage of smoke and flames bursting from the car. 3 officers managed to get the 23-year-old man out of the SUV. The driver was hospitalized and he faces multiple charges.
Governor Mike DeWine took to Twitter to announce he signed a $86 billion state operating budget. Now, it contains financial aid for students attending private or charter schools and a new requirement for parental approval of social media accounts for children under 16. Notably, DeWine rejects pleas from Democrats in public schools to pay back the historic expansion of school vouchers. Now, the new budget also contains state income tax breaks. You can expect $3 billion in tax cuts over the next 2 years. Ohio will only have 2 tax brackets compared to 4 we currently have. You won't pay state income tax if you make less than about $26,000. And you can see a complete breakdown of the new budget on our website, Dayton247now.com.
Today is your last chance to see historic World War II era aircrafts at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force. The commemorative U.S. Air Force flew them in yesterday. It's part of the Air Power History Tour featuring the bomber planes on your screen now. You can see the aircrafts between 9 and 5 today, and a special opportunity to tour the cockpit. The museum is also offering free guided tours featuring women in aviation. That's at 9:30 this morning and 1 this afternoon.
Our time right now is 5:09. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of the screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Looking for a friend on the wall? And Minute Station Aquin shares the special story of Ohio veterans taking a trip to our nation's capital to see their war memorials.
You're watching Your Day. "79 veterans from Central Ohio made the trip to Washington, D.C. last month with Honor Flight Columbus to see their war memorials.
For some of them, it was their first time in our nation's capital. Others were looking for a friend's name on the wall. Stasia Naquin shows us this special moment.
Can I ask you, who are you looking for today?
Well, I was looking for a friend of mine that I grew up together from kindergarten up to high school and college. His name was Jose Ramos. It's got a lot of history here. Squad members that passed on, on a firefight that I was involved with, and I was the only person that lived out of the whole ordeal.
Coming to his war memorial for the first time, Army veteran Peter Nino is also honored. A pin and challenge coin on behalf of a grateful nation. Mission 123 for Honor Flight Columbus has surrounded him with veterans in our nation's capital, looking to pay their respects to those who never made it home.
These were our brothers in arms, men that gave their lives, sacrificed their lives, but they came and fought for our country, the United States of America, which is the best country in the world.
Finally, Peter Nino finds his friend.
He and I grew up together. We went to school together, went to kindergarten together.
So what we're gonna do is he is right here.
Yes.
Beth Johnson with Honor Flight Columbus helping to make an etching.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you are so welcome.
Appreciate it.
You are so welcome.
You came here today looking for this name. What does it mean to you to find it and put your hand on that name?
I can't express any words. It's closure for me because it's been like 50 years since this happened, so I really appreciate that. And I'm very, very grateful and thankful.
After a meaningful day in D.C., Peter Nino and all of our veterans arrived back in Columbus, receiving the welcome home they never had.
I love the USA. We represent freedom. We represent love, unity. There's no better country than the USA.
Alrighty, now today heading out the door going to be, again, a warm, muggy day for you out there. Temperatures climbing up to almost 90 degrees. Some of us will cross that 90-degree threshold. It'll feel just a little bit warmer. Mostly sunny skies, maybe a few isolated showers or thunderstorms in the afternoon, but completely clear conditions across the Great Lakes, Miami Valley, even down towards Kentucky. You have a line of strong storms that moved through Kansas City and Wichita, but that will not be affecting our region. But the same front will push through our region tomorrow. Here are those few chances of isolated, I would call them, showers and storms today. And then some clouds building in the morning, and then they'll have this cold front push through. Best chance of rain is going to be right around 2 to 4 p.m. tomorrow, with this temperatures dropping ever so slightly behind it. Not talking about a big cool down. Things clearing out though, but precipitation chances right here give you a good idea of what we're expected. Unlikely through the day today. Tomorrow, probable around 2 to 4 p.m. Maybe closer to 5 on the further east of the viewing area that you live. Hourly forecast today, 90 degrees for most of us. Again, very humid and sunny conditions typical for the summertime. 7-day forecast, nice on Friday. A few isolated showers or storms on Saturday and Sunday. Temperatures are relatively cool by the weekend. Traffic moving right along. We have no accidents out there. Overnight construction is wrapping up across much of 675, so you should be smooth sailing heading out the door.
Our time right now, 5:17. Digital Dolly, the country legend, preparing to release her first rock album in minutes. Her answer to a future hologram.
You're watching Your Day.
All right, good morning and welcome back. It's time for your pet of the day. Today we have a lovely little golden retriever, a English cream golden retriever. Millie, absolutely adorable with a little paw up right here. Karina Beaumont, thank you for sending in the picture. If you would like to have your dog or pet featured in our pet of the day, head over to Dayton247now.com and go to chime in the picture of your pet under pet of the day. Now, heading outside to walk the pup today. Temperatures in the 80s, climbing into the upper 80s, close to 90 for most of us through the late part of the day and the afternoon. Going to be humid as well, so you want to wear those comfortable light clothes while you're heading out the door. Traffic across the region right now, moving right along. All of our cams looking nice and smooth, and nothing on the traffic map but green, just what we like to see.
A generic version of the top-selling drug is coming this month. Humira for arthritis will see a handful of similar rival drugs, but insurance coverage may make a difference on how much money will be saved. Tyson Foods will drop the "No Antibiotics Ever" label on some chicken products. The Wall Street Journal reports the largest U.S. meat company will resume using non-medically important antibiotics in some chicken production. The move will involve drugs that aren't important to human health and will apply to all fresh, frozen, and ready-made products under the Tyson brand. Well, the explosion of remote work in recent years may come with a physical toll. The Hill reports that health experts' main concern is that remote work promotes a more sedentary lifestyle, which can contribute to blood clots, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. Remote work can also lead to increased eye strain and make it easier for workers to engage in bad habits like continuous snacking, smoking, or drinking. From the NASDAQ market site, I'm Jane King. Here's your health.
Dolly Parton preparing to release her first rock album. The country legend during a press event answering no to a question about future holograms. Now, she was asked about the idea of a digital hologram being used in her place after she passes away. What a question. The 77-year-old reportedly said the body of work she already has here on Earth will suffice. In recent years, holograms have been used for performances from iconic artists like the late Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, and Tupac Shakur. Nothing like releasing an album and somebody being like, well, when you're dead, here, how about these plans?
Yeah, and it's not like they're trying to hint at anything.
Jeez, God.
It just kind of ruins, the legacy that she's leaving behind if they're trying to do something like that. Like, just let, when she goes, she goes. We appreciate her.
The hologram stuff, I've seen video of the Tupac one. It's weird to me. I don't know.
I've never seen a video. Now I want to Google it.
Yeah, it's kind of. I think they did a Prince one as well, and I don't know.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it's a little strange, and I think it's poor taste to ask her.
Yeah, that's weird. When you die, can we?
Yeah, I mean, if you're already gone, somebody can make the executive decision, but you're. Hey, Alex, when you die, can we use your hologram for the show?
Absolutely not. Let me rest.
Let me rest in peace. I don't want to work after I'm dead.
Exactly.
Our time right now is 5:24. Still to come.
You're going to want to exercise your right to vote this August. Stay tuned for how to register.
On camera, beware of dog. In minutes, the area K-9 helping police catch a robbery suspect.
Oh, boy.
In today's Tech Bites, the next generation of iPhones is expected to feature significantly larger batteries. The iPhone 15 will reportedly see the biggest increase in battery life, going up 18%. And sources say the battery capacity of the iPhone 15 Pro will jump by more than 14%. Google has adjusted its privacy policies so that public data can be used to help train and create AI products. Analysts say that this change shows that Google is leaning more heavily into AI. And testing is underway at the new Sphere in Las Vegas. The 17,600-seat venue includes a massive 292,000 square foot 16K LED screen. Those behind the project say that the goal is to help create a VR experience without the goggles. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Super, what we doing, boy? Claire stayed in this amazing hotel and paid this much for her room. Jess found the same hotel in Trivago and paid a lot less. Trivago compares hotel offers from major booking sites so you can find the best deal for you. Hotel Trivago.
The long-lasting scent of Gain Flings made it smell like Dave was in his happy place, the massage chair at the mall. But he wasn't. Gain Flings.
Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I'm Alex King. Here are 3 stories to get your day started. It may be a matter of time before you can buy a flying car. The FAA just gave a prototype the thumbs up for testing. The all-electric Model A can drive on the road and fly. If everything goes well, it'll sell for $300,000 by the end of 2025. And we talked about this yesterday. I feel like that is really not that expensive for a flying car.
You're right, but at the same time, people already can't drive on regular roads.
Yeah, it's going to be a hot mess.
So what do we think they're going to do
How are
if
they
they're in the
going to
sky?
regulate, flying cars?
Yeah.
But that does look awesome, though.
Good luck with that. Joey Chestnut won his 16th mustard belt. The champion ate 62 hot dogs during yesterday's Nathan's hot dog eating contest. All right, so during a competitive eating contest, is there any food you think you could eat like that much of?
No.
I don't think so. Maybe chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah, something
I'd probably throw up
chocolatey,
still.
maybe.
I don't know.
Even then, 62 hot dogs.
I think it's so gross when they dunk it in the water.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
Soggy hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yum.
Nah.
And in the Florida Keys, a man from Iowa won a key lime pie eating contest. There you go, Nathan. He finished an entire pie in just 3 minutes and 45 seconds without using his hands.
I'm not even hungry anymore after watching that.
Half of it's on his face.
I think they have to have their hands tied behind their backs.
Well, it's like half of it ends up all over his
But I
face.
did like that man's Freedom overalls. I'm getting myself a pair. Just saying.
You should. Taking a look over Dayton at this hour right now, our air quality index is unhealthy for sensitive groups.
But it's expected to get a little bit better today. So let's check in now with meteorologist Tim Boyd. And Tim, what can we expect as the day goes on?
Yeah, well, the air quality is not the greatest right now. We've been dealing with this on and off for a few weeks now. It's pretty typical of the summertime. We see this every year. It's just been exacerbated this year because of the Canadian wildfires, but it will improve a little bit today, but it's going to be very hot today as well. Temperatures right around 90 to 91 for some of us, mostly sunny, hot and humid conditions, and there's a slight chance for an isolated shower or storm across the region, but very slight, so not going to be a soaking event. Tonight, we do have the chance for another stray shower or two, but generally speaking, should just be partly to mostly cloudy skies, right around 70 degrees. And tomorrow, another humid one. A better chance for storms tomorrow. Temperatures climbing up to around 90 once again. If you don't follow us on social media already, head over to Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at Your Day Dayton. Give us a like or follow. And traffic right now, running smoothly. We have not much going on. Looks like on our ODOT cams moving right along, and our map is green, just the way we like it.
We are only days away from the end of the registration deadline for Ohio's August special election.
Which is why many organizations are rallying voters to get to the polls. Melena Brown joins us live from Shiloh Baptist Church. Melena, what's going on there tonight?
So, Nathan, the church is in partnership with the League of Women Voters from Greater Dayton, and they're hosting an event. It's called Raise Your Voice, Make a Change, and it's to help get people registered for this August special election. It starts at 6 p.m. this evening, and they're going to help get people registered because the deadline is July 10th. That is next Monday. Issue 1 changes the threshold to pass a constitutional amendment here in Ohio. If it passes, 60% of voters would need to approve a measure, and right now it's just a simple majority. Supporters say raising the threshold for constitutional amendments makes sure there's widespread backing for the issue, while opponents say it isn't fair to Ohioans.
Since 1912, we've had the opportunity to make changes if our government and our politicians weren't responding to us. And so what this will essentially do is to take away that power from Ohioans.
Now, today is the deadline to turn in petition signatures for the upcoming November election. The group Protect Choice is hoping to get abortion on the ballot. They do need 413,000 signatures. Now, the group is planning on turning in hundreds of boxes of signatures they've collected over the last few months. They are going to be taking that to the Secretary of State's office, as well as our sister station in Columbus says that they'll likely turn probably double the amount of signatures needed. And again, the last day to register for that August special election is July 10th. Back to you.
We want to give you a live look this morning at the White House, where the Secret Service is investigating a suspected cocaine bag found in a Ziploc baggie. Now, according to the Washington Post, a preliminary test determined a white powder that was found inside the White House on Sunday was cocaine. The powder prompted a brief evacuation, but the Washington Fire Department determined the substance was not hazardous. Authorities are investigating what it is and how it got into the White House. President Joe Biden was at Camp David over the weekend and returned home on Tuesday.
Police in Indiana are mourning the loss of one of their own in Tell City. An officer was shot and killed in the line of duty. Jordan Yaney reports.
Requesting signal light Curry County Memorial Hospital in reference to shots fired.
An officer's worst nightmare becoming reality. Indiana State Police say a woman made her way to the hospital and she was being treated for a domestic dispute. Coming to her aid, a 20-year veteran, Tell City Police Sergeant Heather Glenn.
I've heard stories about her helping children and helping people out and everything, and I've never heard one bad thing about her. She's been a great person.
Troopers say the victim told Sergeant Glenn the man who hurt her was on his way to the hospital. They say Glenn and other officers went outside where they found Sean Hubert in the parking lot.
An altercation occurred with Hubert and shots were fired.
Suspect is down and there's an officer that has been injured.
I don't know if you just heard that traffic. They said they have an officer maybe injured.
Troopers say Sergeant Glenn tried to tase Hubert, but he pulled out a gun and shot her. Return fire by Tell City and Candleton police killed the man who officials say took the life of Heather Glenn.
Our police department suffered a tremendous loss. We've lost a dear colleague, a dear friend. Sergeant Glenn is she's a cornerstone of our department.
News of the early morning tragedy spreading to Sergeant Glenn's colleagues as they arrived at the scene, followed by a procession escorting her away. A small community left in shock.
I've been here for 65 years. I've grown up here, and this is the first time I've ever seen something like this happening, I believe. The community's going to feel their loss. She was a good person.
The former Dayton police sergeant, indicted on several child pornography charges, is now learning his trial date. Now, Dennis Chaney will go on trial in April of next year. He was indicted this past April. The Brown County Sheriff's Office started investigating him after receiving a tip he was sending pornographic images and videos involving kids. Chaney worked with DPD from 1974 to 2009.
A crazy moment in Middletown. Newly released video shows a K-9 helping police take down a robbery suspect. Take a look at your screen now. Police say 18-year-old Leonardo Cornwall handed a Kroger cashier a note reading, quote, "Put all the money in the bag or I'll shoot you. I have a gun." That led police on a chase. You can see the K-9 Bear as he downs Cornwall. He gets up and runs again before Bear stops him. Cornwall was treated for a dog bite. He now faces charges of aggravated robbery and fleeing and receiving stolen property.
Local communities celebrated the 4th of July all day yesterday and into last night. Gwenna Falloon shares details as she joined thousands of people in Beaver Creek.
Thousands of people attended Beaver Creek's fireworks show and festivities last night. The event was free, put on by the city, and there was something for everyone: food, music, bounce houses, and of course those fireworks. Organizers say it's a year's worth of work, all to help create family memories.
You know, the 4th of July is about celebrating our freedoms and celebrating together with our family and friends, and just being thankful for all that we have here in America, and I hope that they are able to enjoy that tonight.
This wasn't the only city celebrating. Kettering, West Dayton, and Springboro all held their own events, but regardless of where you celebrated, the team at Dayton 24/7 Now hopes you had a safe and happy 4th of July. Back to you.
5:37 is our time right now. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Brush your teeth before bed. We've all heard parents say it, but a new reason to keep them clean. Just ahead, why your heart might appreciate toothpaste.
You're watching Your Day.
Alrighty, now starting off clear today. Now things will get a little warm, and as we move through the day, we do have a very slight chance for an isolated shower or storm across the region, but generally speaking, should be a nice, hot, humid day out there. Clear through the afternoon, though, and then we have the better chance for some showers on Thursday. So starting off with a mix of clouds and sun, and the clouds will build a little bit heavier towards our lunchtime, and then this cold front pushes through right around 2 to about 4 p.m., giving us a chance for some showers and thunderstorms, maybe a few severe, but not really looking at anything groundbreaking out of this. Clears out of here pretty quickly tomorrow afternoon and evening, with a chance for a isolated shower or two on the backside of it. But generally speaking, should be quick in and out of this system. If you want to grab a car wash or run outside and wash your car, Thursday is going to be okay to do it. Friday, green light, you're good to go. Partly cloudy skies, and then Saturday, better chance for some storms, so I'll leave it up to your discretion.
You know, it was a little spicy yesterday.
A little spicy.
Like heat and humidity?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I did go on a walk. I walked over to Dorothy Lane, and I was just like, why did I decide to walk?
Poor life choices.
Yeah, it's only like 2 blocks away, but I'm like in the sun just roasting, and I was like, man, I have a car, I should use it.
Yeah, I sat out on my back porch, on my back deck, and read for 30 minutes, and I was red because it was so hot.
Yeah, my boys were like, let's get on the trampoline, Dad. And I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. And they're like, Dad, come on. And then I got on, and I'm like, oh, God, why'd you do this to me?
Oh, God.
Yeah, the joys.
No trampoline.
Our time right now, 5:42. Fireworks and home runs. The Reds rolling on the road. Just ahead, highlights from Washington.
You're watching Your Day.
Cincinnati Reds celebrating July 4th in our nation's capital. And it was Cincy that was able to provide the fireworks early. You love to see it. The Reds up on the Nationals 2-0. Top of the third, Nick Senzel pushes the lead to 5 with this 3-run bomb. Wow. Cincinnati cruising to another W. The Reds also getting some help from their captain, Jonathan India, waking up in a big way. This was the first of what would be 2 home runs on the day. The Reds beat the Nationals 8-4. Cincy has now won 17 of their last 20 road games. They'll try for another one tonight in D.C. Reds and Nationals do it again with first pitch at 7:05.
And it was red, white, and loons at Day Air Ballpark Tuesday. The Dayton Dragons coming up short against the Great Lakes Loons, losing 6-5. Both teams are back at it tonight from the Water Street District. First pitch will be just after 7.
All righty, now going to be another warm one today, but already pretty mild conditions. Dayton sitting at 74, 70 in Lima and Cincinnati, and 72 out towards Indianapolis. So definitely a warm start to the day, and dew points are pretty close to the temperatures, so making it very heavy and muggy out there. Right now, dew point in Dayton is 67, 68 in Lebanon and Oxford, and 70 up towards Bellefontaine, and those will stick around for a little while. So right here, muggy meter this week. Today and tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to be above that 65-degree dew point, so it's going to be a little heavy out there, muggy conditions, but it drops down. We have a cold front pushing through Thursday, should kind of dry the air out a little bit. So Friday and Saturday, dropping down just a little bit, relatively dry, quote unquote. And then Sunday, we jump back above that 65-degree mark. Satellite and radar are pretty clear, maybe a few isolated clouds down towards Cincinnati right now. We had some pretty strong storms moving through Wichita, Kansas City, down into Oklahoma, but that will not be affecting us, but the front that will push through tomorrow will bring us a chance for some showers. A few isolated showers today, but not really expecting anything significant from it. Nice day, generally speaking. Going to have a mix of clouds and sunshine. And as we move through the morning tomorrow, some clouds are going to build around the late morning around lunchtime, and then through the afternoon, this front pushes through, bringing us a chance of a scattered shower or two. Traffic right now moving right along. Not a whole lot to talk about. We got a green map and smooth sailing on the roads.
Okay, here's a fun discussion. Cats and bathing. Does your pet kitty need regular bathing? Thankfully, at least in my opinion, the general answer to this question is no. I've had Chairman Meow and Chuck Bass for 12 years, and I have never had to give either one of them a bath. This is because cats, in general, tend to be very hygienic creatures, and they do a fantastic job of self-grooming and maintenance, leaving us off the hook. Now, Brucey here, on the other hand, is a totally different story. If you feel like you need to bathe your cat, go slowly. And if things become challenging, it's okay to call it quits and talk to your vet about whether or not they can help safely groom or bathe your pet. Connect with us at our station website by looking up For Pet's Sake. We'd also love to see your favorite pet moments that you can share with our community. Go to our news app, click Explore, chime in, and upload your pet-tastic photos.
5:48 is our time right now. A Midwest welcome for Taylor Swift in minutes. The crop art popping up on her next concert stop.
You're watching Your Day.
In this morning's GMA First Look, meet the elite athlete about to compete in the U.S. Women's Open Golf Championship, who also just happens to be 7 months pregnant.
I've had multiple dreams throughout my life. One has been to play on the LPGA Tour and play professional golf at the highest level. But I also knew I always wanted to be a mom. And so this week kind of feels like the convergence of those two dreams.
Amy Olsen, being celebrated by moms and golf fans everywhere, is about to hit the links for one of golf's biggest tournaments with her first child on the way.
The U.S. Women's Open is like the top level of our game. And I was like, if I can play in that, if I qualify, I'll be there. I'll waddle down the fairway, whatever it takes.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more of our interview with Amy Olsen and her inspiring words for moms to be everywhere. With your GMA First Look, I'm Eva Pilgrim, ABC News, New York.
My A1C was up here. Now it's down with Rybelsus.
His A1C?
It's down with Rybelsus.
My doctor told me Rybelsus lowered A1C better than a leading branded pill.
And that people taking Rybelsus lost more weight. I got to my A1C goal and lost some weight too.
Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rybelsus if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Rybelsus and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or an allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Gallbladder problems may occur. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rybelsus with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
You may pay as little.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
Good morning. Welcome back to the Watson's Weather Patio. It is a relatively uncomfortable morning out here. Very muggy, humid conditions right now. Temperatures right around 74 in Dayton, 66 out towards Richmond, and 68 down in Wilmington. Now those dew points are also in the upper 60s, mid to upper 60s, so we're going to continue to see those really just heavy, humid summertime conditions out here. Are going to be a little uncomfortable. Temperatures right now from this time yesterday about 4 degrees above where we were yesterday in Dayton, Greenville, and Richmond, and about 3 degrees cooler here than we were this time yesterday in Wilmington. Now the next 5 days we're actually going to continue to see these really warm temperatures today and tomorrow. Temperatures closing up to around 90 degrees. And then on Friday we'll have a little bit cooler conditions. On Thursday afternoon and evening we'll have a cold front push through, so a little bit cooler on Friday. By the Saturday and Sunday, even a little bit cooler than that with temperatures right around 80 degrees.
Mom and Dad told you to brush your teeth for a lot of reasons, but cardiovascular disease might not have been on the list until now. Yeah, my parents didn't say that. Analysts analyzed the oral hygiene habits of over 1,600 hospital patients who were at least 20 years old. They found that only brushing in the morning after waking up was not enough to maintain good health, and that brushing teeth at night is important for lowering cardiovascular disease risk. Not brushing teeth before bed could increase the risk of tooth decay. Dental diseases have consistently been associated with increased risk of heart disease.
Next to me, TaylorSwift.com. Following sold-out shows in Cincinnati, Swifties in Kansas City are counting down the days until her Eras Tour comes to KC later this week. A farmer is welcoming the singer in a very special way. Matt Evans shares the story.
Last week, it was a combine harvesting wheat in this Ray County field. And today, it's Rob Stouffer driving around his Bobcat.
We're trying to get this all created in one day.
Finding a way to blend art and science.
I've been doing this for 23 years, and there is a level of craftsmanship.
It also takes a team watching from the skies.
I think you can go farther forward.
They were the ones that convinced Rob to take on this project in the first place.
The team kind of came up with this concept probably about 6 weeks ago. I said no, I don't want to do this, and here we are.
Because when it's Taylor Swift coming to town, there's no choice. You have to roll out more than a welcome mat.
We kind of think this is the quintessential welcome to the Midwest and to the heartland.
By this afternoon, he'd already etched KC welcomes Taylor into the ground and is now working on her portrait until it eventually looks like this.
We're just here to celebrate with the city and with the event. It really is Taylor Swift coming to town. It is a phenomenon, and we're just for one play small part of it.
Oh,
That's
my
incredible.
goodness.
If it were me, I would have just done it, told nobody, and let people think it was aliens. Crop circles, you know? Just throwing that one.
It just goes to show how diverse her supporters are.
I was going to say, middle of Iowa, farmers like, I love me some Swift. You know?
Some T-Swift.
Sign me up, you know?
Swiftie fans are all over.
I guess, and that's pretty impressive you can do that with a machine like that.
That is.
I would mess it up.
How do you even do that? Like,
I feel like that just would take so much effort and time. And
That's why we flap our gums for a living and we don't do that. So.
Yeah, true that.
Or it'd be a hot mess, dumpster fire. We got a lot more coming up on your day at 6 a.m.
There's a special election coming up in August, and you're going to want to know when to register.
Today in Grant Me Hope, we introduce you to a 16-year-old who has a kind heart and likes to have fun. At 6, why she wants to do cosmetology and what she's looking for in a family.
all right, one more look at your 7-day forecast. Temperatures getting close to 90 again tomorrow. It's going to stay hot and humid. Those afternoon showers and storms are going to be, there's going to be a greater chance for that tomorrow as a cold front pushes through, quote unquote, cooling things down on Friday to 84 degrees, partly cloudy. It's going to be a nice end to your work week. And as you head towards the weekend, temperatures right around 80, and we'll have a chance for some isolated showers, scattered showers and thunderstorms on Saturday and Sunday. And moving into next week, temperatures staying in that low 80-degree range and a chance of scattered showers and storms once again on Monday.
Our time right now, 5:58. You're watching Your Day.
Good morning, I'm Alex King.
And I'm Nathan Edwards. Here's 3 quick stories to get your day started. The fireworks may be over, but the celebrations are. Young's Jersey Dairy continue their family value week. So all you got to do is go out to the farm, you buy a wristband, and you get to enjoy all the fun stuff out there.
They've got miniature golf, batting cages, driving range.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I don't know what's behind that, but
I don't know. Movers and shakers. There you go. Should be
okay.
a good time. It runs through Sunday, so get out and have fun.
Fun, love it. And downtown Dayton preparing for First Friday. Independence Day takes on a new meaning as we support local independent businesses from 5 to 10.
I love it downtown, and this is obviously the new Dora district too, so you can get out there, grab some drinks.
Drinky poo.
There's a new rooftop bar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Kings Island announcing the return of its Grand Carnival's Spectacle of Color Parade. The fun begins July 22nd, runs every day through August 6th. Should be fun. Yeah. I have yet to get out to Kings Island this year, but I would love to hop on some roller coasters.
Yes, same.
And go, ah!
It's about that time I head to Kings Island.
Yes, it is.
Well, you're taking a live look over Dayton, where right now police are working to find the person who fired a gun at a 4th of July celebration.
Yes, indeed. It happened late last night right here around the 1100 block of North Gettysburg Avenue at Hoover Avenue. Now, police say no injuries have been reported. Now, the department took to Twitter to warn people to stay away from the area. Meanwhile, they worked to disperse the large crowd already there. As of 2 a.m., police were still on the scene. And as the story develops, we will bring you updates both on air and online. To get push alerts sent directly to your phone, download the Dayton 24/7 Now app in Google Play and Apple App Stores.
Groups looking to get issues on the ballot have hours to turn in signatures. The petitions for the November election are due today.
Now, before you can vote on the future of marijuana and abortion, the clock is ticking to register to vote for the August special election. Melina Brown joins us live from Shiloh Baptist Church this morning, where one group is hoping to get people to the polls. Melina.
That is right, Nathan. As you mentioned, I'm here at Shiloh Baptist Church. They're partnering with the League of Women Voters of Greater Dayton to hopefully get some more people registered for this special election. It comes at a really, really important time, as Monday, July 10th, is the last day to register. Now, as for that August election, people across the state will be voting on issue 1. If it passes, a ballot initiative would need to get a 60% supermajority of the vote in order to change the Constitution. Right now, it's just a simple majority. The special election comes just a couple months before voters could decide on abortion and recreational marijuana. Supporters say raising the threshold for constitutional amendments makes sure there's widespread backing for the issue, while opponents say it isn't fair to Ohioans.
Since 1912, we've had the opportunity to make changes if our government and our politicians weren't responding to us. And so what this will essentially do is to take away that power from Ohioans.
Issue 1 would also require ballot initiatives to get signatures from all 88 counties in Ohio. Right now, you only need signatures from 44. Now, at today's forum at Shiloh Baptist Church in Dayton, it starts at 6 o'clock this evening. The address is on your screen now, and it's going to explain issue 1 and how it'll impact you if it does get passed. Again, the deadline to register to vote for that special election is Monday. And as previously stated, organizations are collecting signatures. In fact, they are due today in order to get some of these hot topics on the November ballot, and I'll explain more about those coming up in a bit. Back to you.
All righty, well, a warm, mild, and muggy morning out there. Temperatures right now in the right around 70 degrees for most of us. Dayton sitting at 73, 70 out towards Indy, and 69 out towards Columbus and Cincinnati. Dew points also in the upper 60s, right around 70. So very, very heavy, thick air out there. 67 in Dayton, 70 out in Bell Fountain, and 68 down towards Oxford, Eaton, and Lebanon. Muggy meter going to be muggy for a few days too. Today, tomorrow, Friday and Saturday cool down a little bit. Sunday looks muggy, and your visibility a little impaired there too. It looks like Middletown sitting right around 2 miles, as well as Lebanon, and then 1.3 miles out towards Urbana. Social media, if you don't have us on social media, head on over to Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Your Day Dayton, and give us a like or follow. Traffic right now moving along smoothly. A little bit of fog out in some of those locations, so use that knowledge wisely and drive safely. Green across the map today, nothing to report on our end.
A 15-year-old in Greene County is now dead after a car hit her. Ohio State Highway Patrol says a car struck Isla Powers while she was riding her bike in a crosswalk. It happened just after 5 last night here on Polecat Road. That's just north of Yellow Springs. Powers died at the scene. The driver of the car, 91-year-old Margie Baldwin, is hurt but is expected to be okay. The crash is still under investigation.
Roads are becoming more dangerous for pedestrians. That's according to the Governor's Highway Safety Association. They released a study showing American drivers killed at least 7,500 pedestrians last year. That's the most since 1981. It comes after decades of declining numbers. Experts blame the recent rise on faster driving speeds and a lack of pedestrian-friendly infrastructure like sidewalks. They also blame heavy, high-riding trucks and SUVs.
Check out this incredible video out of Chester Township of police pulling a man from a burning vehicle. This after he crashed into a utility pole and went unconscious. Now, it happened last week. An officer saw the driver weaving in and out of traffic while speeding. You can see body camera footage of smoke and flames bursting from the car. 3 officers managed to get the 23-year-old man out of the SUV. The driver was hospitalized. He faces multiple charges.
Governor Mike DeWine took to Twitter to announce they just signed an $86 billion state operating budget. Now, it contains financial aids for students attending private or charter schools and a new requirement for parental approval of social media accounts for children under 16. Notably, DeWine rejected pleas from Democrats and public schools to pay back the historic expansion of school vouchers. The new budget also contains state income tax breaks. You can expect $3 billion in tax cuts over the next 2 years. Ohio will have only 2 tax brackets compared to 4 we currently have. You won't pay state income tax if you make less than $26,000. You can see a complete breakdown of the new budget on our website, Dayton247now.com.
Today is your last chance to see historic World War II era aircraft at the National Museum of the U.S. Air Force. The commemorative U.S. Air Force flew them in yesterday. We showed you guys live. It's part of the Air Power History Tour featuring the bomber planes on your screen now. You can see the aircrafts between 9 and 5 today and get a special opportunity to tour the cockpit. The museum is also offering free guided tours featuring women in aviation. That's at 9:30 this morning and 1 this afternoon.
Our time right now is 6:08. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of the screen all morning long, even during commercials.
Today in Grit Me Hope, we introduce you to a 16-year-old who has a kind heart and loves to have fun. In minutes, why she wants to do cosmetology and what she's looking for in a family.
You're watching Your Day.
Alrighty, walking out the door today, temperatures, like I said, going to be really hot. Temperatures right near 90 degrees, and we're going to see very high dew points as well. So we're going to feel very, very heavy and hot and muggy. As you can tell, I am not a big fan of that. So temperatures right around 89, 90 for most of us. Some of us might cross into those low 90s during the day. Mostly sunny skies, a chance of an isolated shower or two, but generally speaking, should be a nice day. Clear skies right now. And that'll last through most of the day, and as we move through time here, you can see a few of those isolated showers I was telling you about pop up, mostly from the heat of the day. Typical summertime scenario, pop-up storms that grow up, drop a whole bunch of rain, and then dry out very, very quickly. Best chance for rain is going to be tomorrow, though, as a cold front pushes through the region, clouds building through the late morning towards lunchtime, and then we'll see that system push through around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Traffic right now moving right along. Map is green. ODOT cam showing some foggy roads, but other than that, it's a nice morning.
Our time right now is 6:12. Fireworks and home runs. The Reds rolling on the road. Just ahead, highlights from Washington.
You're watching Your Day. At any given time, there are more than 600 children in foster care here in Montgomery County. The goal is always to reunite those children with their families, but the sad truth is some of those kids can never go back home, and now they're up for adoption.
Dayton 24/7 Now's teamed up with Grant May Hope to help, and this morning we want to introduce you to Matika, who's right now looking for a family.
My name is Matika, and I'm in the 10th grade, and I'm 16 years old. My friend would describe me as kind-hearted and nice and annoying or funny. I like to do nails, I like to do hair, I like to roller skate, and I like to swim. I'll be braiding a lot, and now I'm better at braiding. I can braid on the scalp, I can do straight backs. Yeah, I want to go to hair school and do braids and do hair as I grow up because I like to do hair. I like roller skating. I got on the floor and started skating. My legs were shaking, and I was nervous because I haven't been roller skating in a long time. And I fell, and I picked myself back up like, you can do this. So I was roller skating, I got the rhythm of it again. That's a good exercise. I like doing nails. I've seen people wearing nails and stuff, so I'm like, oh, I want to do nails. So I was watching people on YouTube doing acrylic and stuff. My favorite staff at the group home, she bought me a nail kit. We was doing nails on each other and getting up in the morning doing nails, evening doing nails. It was just back and forth, nails, nails, nails. We love doing nails. Like, I like to go to the movies. I like to go to the mall. I used to like math, but math was getting hard. I like gym. I will be having art soon. I like art. I like to draw. I like to color. I like to be creative in my mind. Nobody shouldn't have family, but it's always that one person that don't have family. And that person turns out mad or cruel or something because they don't have that type of love. And I feel that, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to be that type of person that shows them that they have a family or they have love.
You can find out more about Matika and other children who are up for adoption right now on Dayton247now.com.
And every week we're going to feature another child in our Dayton 24/7 Now's Grant Me Hope profiles.
Alrighty, right now across the region, temperatures mild, 73 in Dayton, 1 degree down actually from about an hour ago, 69 in Columbus and Cincinnati, and 67 out towards Mansfield. Going to be a mild, muggy morning. This is what I'm going to be spewing all morning for you. We got the muggy summer weather we're dealing with here. It's probably the muggiest day I've seen so far. That's why I'm kind of stuck on it today. But 67 dew point right now in Dayton, 68 in Troy and Oxford, and 70 in Bellefontaine, almost 70 in Eaton, sitting right at 69. These muggy conditions are going to last with us today, tomorrow, and then we'll have a cold front push through, so dries us out on Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we get a little humid again, but not too terrible unless you're like me and can't stand the humidity, but unless I'm by a pool, that's different. But we had some severe weather through Kansas City, Wichita, pushing down into Oklahoma right now with some gusty winds. That will not be affecting our region at all, but with cold front attached to it, will be pushing through our region tomorrow. So chance for an isolated shower or two today, and then tomorrow some clouds throughout the day to start, and this cold front pushes through, bringing us a slight chance for some storms. Looks like it's right on the edge of our eastern viewing area where it'll start to fire up these storms and then push off to our east. Regardless, we're going to have muggy and warm sunny conditions today, and that temperatures and humidity is going to stick with us tomorrow, but there's a more significant chance of some rain in your forecast tomorrow. Traffic right now moving right along. We got a pretty nice view on the ODOT cams right now. Not a whole lot happening out there. Looks like we might have a accident out North Irwin Street at Diamond Avenue. So if you use that area, just be aware.
The Cincinnati Reds celebrating July 4th in our nation's capital, and it was Cincy that was able to provide the fireworks early. The Reds up on the Nationals 2-0 in the top of the third, and Nick Senzel pushes the lead to 5 with this 3-run bomb out the center. Cincy cruising to another W, and the Reds also getting some help from their captain. Take a look at this. Jonathan India waking up in a big way. This was the first of 2 bombs. Yeah. The Reds beat the Nationals 8-4. Cincy's now won 17 of their last 20 road games. They'll try for another one tonight in D.C. Reds and Nationals do it again. First pitch, 7:05.
And it was red, white, and Loons at Day Air Ballpark Tuesday. The Dayton Dragons coming up short against the Great Lakes Loons, losing 6-5. Both teams are back at it tonight from the Water Street District. First pitch will be just after 7.
Our time right now is 6:20. Digital producer Max trying to get you back on track following your 4th of July. Your Facebook poll question coming up in minutes.
You're watching Your Day.
Alrighty, welcome back. Time for Pet of the Day. We got a adorable little pup for you today. And we have Millie here, a English cream golden retriever. Beautiful, beautiful dog right here. Temperatures today, if you're gonna take the dog out, let me move my big head so you can actually see that. Temperatures climbing up to around 90 degrees, humid conditions. So gonna be, I guess if you're taking them out, if you like that kind of thing, it's gonna be a good one, but I don't really like the heat and humidity, so that's all on you. Thank you, Karina Beaumont, for sending in a picture of Millie. If you'd like to have your pet or dog featured in Pet of the Day, head on over to Dayton247now.com and you can go to our Chime In section, find Pet of the Day, and upload the picture of your pet, and they might be featured right here. Traffic right now moving right along. O.Cam, sun is coming up. Some of the fog across the area starting to clear a little bit, so visibility increasing, and there's one accident at North Irwin Street at Diamond Avenue. Otherwise, there is smooth sailing.
All right, we're smooth sailing this morning with our captain over there, Maximilian. Our poll question. You ready to go?
I'm ready to go, but question. Yesterday was July 4th, and everybody loves to cook out then, and it got the newsroom talking. Hot dog or hamburger, what do you go to?
Well, you know, the deal is you got to have both. But there's this particular order I got to go with this.
There is an order.
There's no doubt. Okay, I'm always tackling the burger first, Max.
Wild.
Why are you saying wild?
A hot dog is an appetizer during a cookout.
I mean, you could say that, or it could be dessert.
Well, the hot dogs also cook faster. You're grilling up the hot dogs finish first, and you eat them as you finish the burgers.
Nonetheless, I'm always going both. But the thing, too, though, is like, where's brats represented here? Because I'm all brats over anything else.
A brat could be a meal.
I feel that.
Alex?
Okay, so I said it really just depends on how hungry I am. If I'm very hungry, I'm going for the burger. But most of the time, if the hot dog is an option, I will go for the hot dog. However, we don't make hot dogs at our house, so it's burgers all the time.
Tim?
Both. So. I said one or two of both, but depending on like if I'm hungry, then I'll start with one burger and two dogs, and if I'm hungry still, I'll go back for a second burger.
Well, the thing too is like if you're at a cookout, my appetite changes immediately. Like I can slam way more than like a normal dinner.
You gotta think about the chips and salsa, watermelon, pasta salad. Like there's so many other things that you're inhaling. Well, that I'm today.
Max?
I'm going through multiple plates. I agree. I would say a hamburger because a hot dog, as I said, I see it as an appetizer. You have a hot dog, you wet your palate, and you go back and you load up the plate with the hamburger, the potato salad. You put the potato salad and the baked beans on the burger. Ooh, you just get it messy and delicious.
Guys, I made triple smash burgers the other day.
They look so good. You showed me a picture of them.
And yeah, top notch. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Gotta love cookouts. Our time right now is 6:26. Thanks, Max, and we'll be back with him in the next hour, looking at some of your responses. Still to come.
The last day to register for the August special election is coming up quickly. Stay tuned for more.
Caught on camera, beware of dog in minutes. The area K9 helping police catch a robbery suspect.
But first, here's Stacey Bell with America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Naki.
When it's hot out and you're headed out to work and you're going to leave the car out all day in the hot sun, you want to keep it cool on the inside because you don't want to get in the car and you or your children or your pets burn themselves. We've got just the thing. It fits into the glove compartment. It's called the Brella Shade. So you open it up and you raise it, and it's going to keep the sun out and keep your car cool all day. The inside of your car can get up to 43 degrees hotter than it is outside. Brella Shade cuts that by 35 degrees. And then you know how when your car has that new car smell, if it gets really hot, it's releasing those toxins in the air, and that's not good for you. And I'm a Southern girl, and it's like hot 10 months out of the year, and I hate sitting in the car, and I burn myself. This is super easy. It fits in your glove compartment. Some of the other ones, you have to figure out where you're going to store them. That's not an issue with the Brella Shade. You just pop it into your glove compartment. And it's going to save and preserve the life of your car, no cracking on your leather. It's just going to make your car cooler and more comfortable. We all want that after a long day or even a short day. Right now, we're offering a great deal. It's an awesome deal. It's 25% off. Head over to asadeals.com.
Good morning, I'm Nathan Edwards.
And I'm Alex King. Here are 3 stories to get your day started. It may be a matter of time before you can buy a flying car.
Say what?
The FAA just gave a prototype the thumbs up for testing. The all-electric Model A can drive on the road and fly. If everything goes well, it'll sell for $300,000 by the end of 2025. This is what it's going to look like.
You know there's going to be some dude.
Ugh,
Yeah.
that's going to be bad.
There's gonna be
we
someone-
can't even drive on the roads right.
Yeah, I'm okay, but someone's going to be popping out and being like,
Okay,
what?
well, that would be nice. You can fly over traffic.
Yeah, dude.
That would be a game changer.
Oh, yeah, but people are going to be like, yeah, there's so many bad things that they're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't even want to give ideas right now.
They haven't
though.
even perfected the
I'm not gonna lie.
Tesla self-driving
I just
yet,
thought
so.
of 5 ways to break the law. Joey Chestnut won his 16th mustard belt. The champion ate 62 hot dogs during yesterday's Nathan's hot dog eating contest. If you were in one of these contests, how many hot dogs do you think you could eat?
We talked about this yesterday. I said within 10 minutes, I could maybe eat 2 hot dogs.
10 minutes? I might be able to slam 6.
Nick said he could do 12.
Oh my God. Gross.
62, that makes my stomach hurt. And in the Florida Keys, a man from Iowa won a key lime pie eating contest. He finished an entire pie in just 3 minutes and 35 seconds without using his hands.
I love that they're wearing goggles. This is one of the grossest things I think I've ever
Do
seen.
you think you could do that, eat an entire pie with no hands?
Yeah, of course I could. Do I want to? No.
I don't think I could do it.
Hard pass. Taking a live look over the city of Dayton right now, air quality index is unhealthy for sensitive groups.
That's right, but it's expected to get a little bit better today. So we're going to go ahead and send things over to meteorologist Timothy Boyd. Tim, what can we expect?
Yeah, we're definitely going to be dealing with the bad air quality. Typical of summertime, we see this every year. It's been exacerbated this year by the Canadian wildfires, but that will be improving a little bit. Temperature is going to be hot. That is the other big story right now. Hot temperatures and humidity. Temperatures right around 73 in Dayton, 69 in Columbus, Cincinnati, and Lima, and 70 out towards Indianapolis. And our dew points are going to be pretty close to that as well. 67 in Dayton, 70 in Oxford and Bellefontaine, and 68 down towards Lebanon. So these really high dew points, and then temperatures really close to it, going to create some very heavy, wet conditions for you. So when you step outside, it's going to get really hot and uncomfortable for you. Social media, if you haven't followed us on social media, jump over to @YourDayDayton on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Give us a like or follow. Traffic moving right along. Fog is starting to lift out of the area. It's moving cleanly on the ODOT cams. And our map all green right now with the exception of an accident in North Irwin Street and Diamond Avenue.
We are only days away from the end of the registration deadline for Ohio's August special election.
Which is why many organizations are rallying voters to get out to the polls. Melina Brown joins us live this morning from Shiloh Baptist Church. Melina, what's going on there tonight?
So, Nathan, the church is working in partnership with the League of Women Voters of Greater Dayton to host an event called Excuse Me, Raise Your Voice, Make a Choice. It's going to start at 6 p.m. tonight, and it's to hopefully get people informed and registered for this August special election that's coming up. The last day to register is July 10th, so it's really important that we get as many people registered as possible. Now, issue 1 is going to change the threshold to pass a constitutional amendment here in Ohio. If it passes, 60% of voters would need to approve a measure, and right now it's just a simple majority. Supporters of the change say raising the threshold for constitutional amendments make sure there's widespread backing for the issue, while opponents say it isn't necessarily fair for Ohioans.
Since 1912, we've had the opportunity to make changes if our government and our politicians weren't responding to us. And so what this will essentially do is to take away that power from Ohioans.
Today is the deadline to turn in petition signatures for the November election. The group Protect Choice is hoping to get abortion on the ballot. They need 413,000 signatures. Now, the group is headed to the Secretary of State's office today to drop off hundreds of boxes of those petition ballots. We also know from our sister station in Columbus that they said it'll likely turn even double the amount that is needed. So again, today is the last day to register for the August election that could impact the November election. Back to you.
The former Dayton police sergeant indicted on several child pornography charges is now learning his trial date. Dennis Cheney will go on trial in April of next year. He was indicted this past April. The Brown County Sheriff's Office started investigating him after receiving a tip he was sending pornographic images and videos involving kids. Cheney worked with DPD from 1974 to 2009.
A crazy moment in Middletown. Newly released video shows a canine helping police take down a robbery suspect. Take a closer look. You can see police say 18-year-old Leonardo Cornwall handed a Kroger cashier a note reading, quote, "Put all the money in the bag or I'll shoot you. I have a gun." That led police on a chase. You can see the canine Bear as he downs Cornwall. He gets up and runs again before Bear stops him. Cornwall was treated for a dog bite. He now faces charges of aggravated robbery and fleeing and receiving stolen property.
Local communities celebrated the 4th of July all day yesterday into last night. Gwyneth Falloon shares details as she joined thousands of people in Beaver Creek.
Thousands of people attended Beaver Creek's fireworks show and festivities last night. The event was free, put on by the city, and there was something for everyone: food, music, bounce houses, and of course those fireworks. Organizers say it's a year's worth of work, all to help create family memories.
You know, the 4th of July is about celebrating our freedoms and celebrating together with our family and friends, and just being thankful for all that we have here in America, and I hope that they are able to enjoy that tonight.
This wasn't the only city celebrating. Kettering, West Dayton, and Springboro all held their own events, but regardless of where you celebrated, the team at Dayton 24/7 Now hopes you had a safe and happy 4th of July. Back to you.
6:38 is our time right now. Don't forget you can get your headlines scrolling at the bottom of your screen.
And your weather on the side of your screen all morning long, even during commercials.
A super fan or a superhero in minutes, Annie Brown has the return of this blanket Swiftie.
Oh, excited for this. You're watching Your Day.
The Dayton 24/7 Now News app, brought to you by the Jeff Schmidt Auto Group.
And we're going to cross our fingers that work doesn't find out, right?
No, they're not. We're good.
Your secret's safe with me.
Yeah.
I think it's safe with everyone else here,
Yes,
too.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
That interview with a blanket-clad Swiftie outside Paycor Stadium has now gone viral. I love this video. She called off sick from work to stand in line outside of Taylor Swift's merch truck in Cincinnati. But we got a follow-up for you this morning. Annie Brown caught up with a secret fan to talk about her new internet fame.
I had no idea it had blown up until one person sent me a message on Facebook and was like, "Is this you? Because I feel like this is you." And I said, "Oh my God, where did you see this? This isn't even our state. How did you get this?" She said, "It's everywhere."
Look what Taylor made her do. Incognito Swiftie says it's her love for the singer and her music that caused her to call in sick to work last Thursday and travel with a friend to Cincinnati to stand in Taylor Swift's merch truck line. But never in her wildest dreams did she think she'd go viral after throwing a blanket on to hide her identity from news cameras.
It was really weird because everyone else was getting interviewed. And so I was just like throwing the blanket on while everyone else was getting interviewed. And I was like, well, let me top it off with some sunglasses, add some spice to it. And you came and you were like, "I'm going to come back at 9:45 and we're going to interview you." I was like, "Okay, girl." And so that's what we did.
Since Incognito Swiftie's been a part of countless internet memes and articles, even making it onto a t-shirt.
Oh, like I have made jokes for like friends and family wear for their birthdays. I've printed my face on a cake, but not a t-shirt for people in other states.
She says she wasn't planning to reference Taylor Swift's anti-hero music video with her disguise to hide from her boss. It just happened. The big sigh of relief, though, her boss still doesn't know, but she's not out of the woods yet.
Some people at my work know. So it's still kind of iffy. Like it's still new. Some people know, but I don't know if the right people know, if that makes sense.
She says she's through and through a diehard Swiftie, almost naming her daughter Taylor after the singer. So naturally, this isn't the first time she's called in sick for Taylor Swift, having tried once before to meet the singer at a meet and greet 13 years ago in Nashville. But one thing's for sure, this is the first time the Swiftie's incognito efforts have gone viral.
But like, I only want to reveal myself for Taylor and Taylor only.
I love that she did the whole Zoom still with the blanket on her head. Well, she's not revealing her identity just yet, as you saw. She's hoping going viral might help her meet Taylor Swift after being a fan for more than a decade.
Our time right now is 6:44. Brush your teeth before bed. We've all heard parents say it, but a new reason to keep them clean just to add why your heart might appreciate toothpaste.
You're watching Your Day. Mom and Dad told you to brush your teeth for a lot of reasons, but cardiovascular disease might not have been on that list until now. Now, scientists analyzed the oral hygiene habits of over 1,600 hospital patients who are at least 20 years old. They found that only brushing in the morning after waking up was not enough to maintain good health, and that brushing teeth at night is important for lowering cardiovascular disease risk. Not brushing teeth before bed could increase the risk of tooth decay. Dental diseases have consistently been associated with increased risk of heart disease.
All right, first weather today. Nationally speaking, temperatures relatively mild across much of the country. 73 right here in Dayton and down towards Nashville. Humid conditions as well, as we have two high pressures that have just been kind of pulling this warm Gulf moisture up towards the Great Lakes and center of the country right here. And then we have a cold front pushing through, dropping temperatures right behind that. But dew points right now, 67 in Dayton, 68 in Troy and Eaton. Oxford sitting right at 70, creating that really muggy conditions on this graph right here. You can see that today, tomorrow, going to be really humid. And then Friday, Saturday, we get a little more tolerable / comfy. And then Sunday, the humidity starts to kick back up again. A few clouds out down to our southeast, probably about Wilmington or over towards Cincinnati, but otherwise pretty dry. Some showers down in Tennessee, not going to be affecting us. And we're going to stay dry today. With the heat and humidity, there is a slight chance for a shower or two throughout the day, but generally speaking, a nice day. Cold front pushes through on Thursday, bringing us the slight chance of a shower as well, but going to push out as quickly as it arrives, and through the evening, we're going to see some clouds. Hourly forecast today, temperatures right near 90 degrees, muggy and plenty of sunshine between the isolated showers. And your 7-day forecast, temperatures dropping into the low 80s Friday, Saturday, and Sunday with a few showers or storms. Traffic moving smoothly, a little bit of fog out there in some locations on the ODOT cams. Accident in North Irwin Street and Diamond Avenue, been there a while, so that should be moving on out here shortly.
And that haze this morning is a little eerie.
A little bit, yeah. Lots of fog and haze mixed with the air quality.
Yeah, I know. And then, add the heat to that. It's just like, ugh, don't really want to be outside for that. Alex is like, sign me up. I love the hot.
Yeah, I mean, with the air quality, it's a little different. I would probably spend a bit more time outside if it was better air quality.
Yeah, tough sledding today. No luck there. Our time right now, 6:51. Still to come this morning, looking for a friend on the wall. At 7, Stasia Naquin shares a special story of Ohio veterans taking a trip to our nation's capital to see their war memorials.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, after the 4th of July inundation for some, I'm going to be tracking some new severe storms for the Midwest and Plains, and also more dangerous heat. We'll get into who is going to be baking the end of this week. And high alert at the beaches for suspected shark attacks in New York in just 2 days. This morning, we'll have the signs in the water that mean danger. That and so much more right here.
You're looking live over Dayton, where right now police are working to find the person who fired a gun at a 4th of July celebration.
Now, it happened late last night here at the 1100 block of North Gettysburg Avenue and Hoover Avenue. Police say no injuries have been reported at this time. The department took to Twitter to warn people to stay away from the area. Meanwhile, they worked to disperse the large crowd already there. As of 2 a.m., police were still on the scene. Now, as this story develops, we will bring you updates both on air and online. To get push alerts sent directly to your phone, download the Dayton 24/7 Now app in Google Play and Apple App Stores.
Groups looking to get issues on the ballot have hours to turn in signatures. The petitions for the November election are due today.
Now, before you can vote on the future of marijuana and abortion, the clock is ticking to register to vote for the August special election. Melena Brown joins us live from Shiloh Baptist Church, where one group is hoping to get people to the polls. Melena.
Nathan, that is exactly correct. I'm here at the Shiloh Baptist Church, who's working with the League of Women Voters of Greater Dayton to explain the upcoming election to people who may not fully understand what's going on. That event is going to be tonight, and the deadline to register for the special election is August 10th. So this is very, very important. People across the state will vote on issue 1. If it passes, a ballot initiative would need to get a 60% supermajority of the vote in order to change the Constitution. Right now, it's just a simple majority. The special election comes just a couple months before voters could decide on abortion and recreational marijuana. Supporters say raising the threshold for constitutional amendments makes sure there's widespread backing for the issue, while opponents say it isn't fair to Ohioans.
Since 1912, we've had the opportunity to make changes if our government and our politicians weren't responding to us. And so what this will essentially do is to take away that power from Ohioans.
Issue 1 would also require ballot initiatives to get signatures from all 88 counties. Right now, you only need signatures from 44. Now, today's forum at Shiloh Baptist Church in Dayton starts at 6 this evening. The address is on your screen right now. It'll explain issue 1 and how it could potentially impact you. And again, the deadline to register to vote for that special election is Monday. And as Alex mentioned earlier, today is the deadline for some of these organizations to turn in the petition to potentially get abortion and recreational marijuana on the ballot come November. And I'll explain where they're at coming up in a bit.
New research shows the July 4th holiday has more mass shootings than any other day of the year. That trend spans years. John Lawrence reports.
For some people, fireworks may be the first thing they associate with July 4th. But there's a continuing trend that links fatal shootings to the holiday.
Everybody was right here, and they was just popping fireworks, like doing burnouts and stuff, and then there was a lot of gunfire that just started ringing out, and then everybody just started running everywhere.
According to CNN's analysis of data from the Gun Violence Archive since 2014, the Independence Day holiday has had the most mass shootings compared to the rest of the year.
This is insanity. This cannot be the society that we are expected to live in.
Both CNN and the GVA consider a mass shooting an incident where 4 or more people are injured or killed, not including the shooter.